Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name is Lucia, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Today is Saturday, June 11th, and this is episode 123, which I am entitling Stack of Socks. So, hello and welcome to my knitting podcast. It has been quite the week. I've gotten lots of knitting done for various reasons, and so let's jump in. Below the Conch, we still have the Night at the Theater Shawl knit along going on, and I'm loving all the pictures that people are sharing of that shawl. It makes me very happy. It reminds me I need to take pictures of the one I knit for my mom and mail it to her, because she just sent me a text message and saying, hey, I mailed you a package. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should mail that off. So they're actually going to visit my grandfather in Europe, or in Prague, tomorrow for the next few weeks. So I have like 2 or 3 weeks to get a package together and then mail it to her so that it'll be waiting for her when she gets home. I could mail it to Europe, but that gets expensive and anyway, complicated. Alright, the next thing is that the first annual Friends Fraternal sock knit along swap has begun. Yay! So I have partnered up most people. There's still spots open. It's not like there's no cutoff date really for it. Probably the end of June maybe, so that people can swap and then knit, and we don't want to drag it on too long. But yeah, so if you are interested in that, what it is that I will assign you a partner, or if you have a friend that you would like to swap with, that's fine too. I'm not going to say no to that. So what's going to happen is that you pick a yarn and a pattern and your friend, and then you send them enough yarn for heels and toes on their sock, and they send from their yarn, they send you enough for heels and toes of their yarn for your sock. So you end up with fraternal socks, in other words. So the way it works, so you have heels and toes and maybe cuff if you send that much from your friend's yarn, and they have heels, toes, and maybe cuff from your yarn. So you end up with fraternal socks. It's really fun. Reminds me I need to wind up the yarn for my swap partner and start getting that package together. Yeah, the weight for that, I did some testing this week, and I had a ball of 16 grams, and I knit heels and toes on 2 socks, so a whole pair, and I didn't use it all. So if you send like 15 grams, I think I used like 3 or 4 grams per toe. I think it was like 3 grams per toe and maybe 4 grams per heel. Depends the type of heel you knit. Yeah, I did the bottom of the foot gusset. So this is my typical deep pocket heel. And then I change yarns, and I do like a short row heel, and then decrease the gusset stitches, and then join back in with the normal yarn. I'll show you in a minute. I have it on a pair of socks that I finished this week. So that's the idea. So if you send, so that's 3, 6, plus 8, it's like 13 or 14 grams. So if you send 15 or 16, that should be plenty. If you want to do cuffs, then you might want to send more like 20. It also depends on the weight of your yarn. Mine was kind of it was kind of on the lighter side, but it was still a pretty standard fingering. But if you have a thinner fingering, you might need to send more, because they might need to. Anyway, you might want to talk about what yarn you're using so that it's similar weight, so you don't have a very thin toe, which is then like a looser gauge or a looser foot. Anyway, talk with your friend, figure it out. It'll be fun. You can coordinate colors if you want, but you don't have to. That's your choice. Me and my partner are coordinating colors because we're the coordinating color kind of people. So we've got it all figured out, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. The last announcement that I have is that the fitness along is starting Monday. And so if you're still interested in that, please let me know, and you are still welcome to join. I've started posting things today for like the get to know you stuff, and then tomorrow will be another post of like set up kind of Success Sunday kind of planning post, and then there will be daily assignments from there on out, and if you complete all of them, you will be entered to win prizes, which may include yarn. Yep. Okay, so that's it for announcements. Now that those are out of the way, let me start with the stack of socks, like the parade of socks, really, at this point. So on the island, I have two pairs of socks. I can grab them, they're actually in the same bag, because that's what was convenient this week. I have my Gryffindor socks, and the yarn is Mint Rain in her Gryffindor colorway, and I love this yarn. Oh my gosh. It's it's a high twist, kind of thicker fingering, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So this is the first sock that I finished, and now I'm doing the second one. And I've just started doing the gusset increases here. So that's why I marked it on this side, because you're knitting along and you're like, oh, I'm not very far on this side, but then you realize, oh, it's time to do the gusset increases on this side. So I've marked that with the Night Bus stitch marker from the Loops Harry Potter knit along package that I got from last year. And yeah, so those, I'll probably finish the gusset today, may do the heel turn tomorrow, we'll figure it out. Those are coming along nicely. I need to get those finished before August, so that's not going to be a problem. I was like, when do I need these finished by? Oh yeah, August. We're fine. Yeah, so they're living in my Harry Potter bag. Who is this by? I totally forget now. I got it on Etsy a while back, and I cannot remember. Oh, here it is. Kicks and Giggles. It's on the inside here. I don't know if you can see that at all. Let's see if I can get a little straighter. There we go. Kicks and Giggles, which I got on Etsy. And then from Slip Stitch Studios, I got a matching Needle Keeper Notions kit thing. So I have all my Harry Potter themed stitch markers and stuff in here. Like the owl. And I have, in here, I have all the books and stitch markers. The sun is very bright. I don't know if you're going to be able to see those. There you go. So I have all the books, which is fun. So those live in here. Go in there. Alright, so the other thing that I have shoved in here is all tangled up. There we go. A pair of socks, of course. And these are Leading Men Fiber Arts, and it is I'm doing the Hermione's Everyday pattern on the top. I did a lot of socks this week and they were all stockinette, and I got really bored, so I decided to throw some texture in there. So that's what I chose to do, and these are going to be ankle socks. And these are just leftovers I had. This is the Envy colorway, and I had like 40 grams of leftovers, which I'm hoping is enough for ankle socks. I think it is. We're gonna see. I'll let you know next week. I might have to do the cuff in like a different color or something. I mean, I've been getting really into using up my scraps for short socks this week. So I'll show you. It's on this side. Okay, so set sail. Here we go. I didn't finish all of these this week. I had them here because I was photographing them for the stack of socks for the Bakery Bears Summer of Socks knit along. And these are all the socks that I have finished since May 26th. It's a large stack. So some of them I showed last week, but I was photographing the stack. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the stack. It's now at 4 1/4 inches, which is how many centimeters? I don't remember. So I measured on this ruler, and I realized that the centimeters go one way, like the 0 for the centimeters is over here, and the 0 for the inches is over here, which is really confusing, because I was like, oh, it's 10.5 centimeters. And I was like, oh, that's just over 8 inches. And I thought, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't need 8 inches of sock. Well, it goes this way. So 4.5, I think it is about 10.5. 4 1/4, yeah, is about 10.5 centimeters. So it's pretty big. My goal is a whole foot. So we're gonna see. Oh, it's a weird ruler. I just dug it out of our office supplies, and that's what it was. Okay, so let's start the parade of socks here. I have finished the Minion socks, which used to be a Skew sock, which are now the Partied Up, Getting It Down pattern by Megan Williams. And I did them actually as written this time. This is the Partied Up, toe up version. And I'm very happy with how they turned out. So these are going to be from my friend. I'm praying that they fit. I see her tomorrow, so I'm going to take these to her and have her try them on right then and there and be like, do these fit? Because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Cry a little bit and then reknit them. That's probably what's going to happen. So, I'm trying to like keep them all folded the right way. It's kind of confusing. So there's the other one. So these are done. I think, yeah, I photographed those. These are the Nomadic Yarns ones that I finished for my husband. You saw those. Bacon and Eggs out of No Makers. Aotearoa by Stray Cat Yarns in the Party It Up, Getting It Down pattern. Done the cuff down version but knit toe up. It's confusing. So those, I think, these three I showed you last week. So those I'll put back there. These were new this week because I had to finish them. I think I was pretty close last time. And then these are the other new ones. So I actually ended up working from home a lot this week because I was having a lot of anxiety issues. Had a massive anxiety attack, and I'm mostly recovered. But anyway, I got to work from home, which was great, and I got a ton of knitting in. So that's also great. Anxiety, not so much, but knitting, yes. So the first ones were these, which I realized I needed ankle socks, and I have a whole bunch of leftovers that were, because I knit my socks pretty tall, but my feet are pretty small. So I always have quite a bit left over. So I decided I want some short socks for the summer to wear with my shoes. Anyway, random train of thought. Back to the socks. So these are some short socks that I knit out of O Loops. I think this is a Wizard's Life colorway that I had a little bit left over from the shawl that I knit for the Harry Potter knit along. I don't really remember, but that's O Loops. This is KnitCircus in, I think, the Hepcat colorway, and I knit, so this is the end of a gradient. So you can kind of see it a little bit where there's some other colors in here, and then it gets more green, like solid green there at the end. And then I use the same for the heel. And I did the deep pocket heel. So now you can really see what the deep pocket heel looks like in a contrasting yarn. So that's the heel. And then I did like 3 rounds of the green. And then the cuff is in Knit Picks Stroll Pearlescent colorway, I think, because that matched, and I had run out of this yarn. So those are done. These took me a day to knit. So that was one day. It was funny because my husband asked me a while ago if he thought I could knit, or he asked if I thought I could knit a pair of socks in a day. So I finished these and I was like, well, you asked. Here they are. They're not full pairs of socks, but it's still pretty good, I think. And the next pair I knit was this pair. There are 2. I think this was the second day. And the toe and heels and cuff are One Twisted Tree in the Admiral Adama colorway. And I still have leftovers from that. So I could probably do, I don't know, I'll have to weigh it and see how much I have. And then the foot of the sock is, what is it? Phoenix Fiber Company. And I forget what colorway it is, but I love how they turned out. The blue in the Phoenix Fiber Company is the exact same blue that is in the One Twisted Tree. It's really cool. I was just rummaging through my scraps and I was like, oh, these would go together. Boom, done. Here we go. So that's another pair of shorty socks. And the third pair I knit, these took a whole day and a half. I know. These are the remnants of my Mustache Yarns R2D2 colorway. And then the toe is the Knit Picks, same that I did the cuff out of these ones. And because I knew I wasn't going to have enough. But I did do the heel in the R2D2 yarn. And then the cuff is in some other KnitCircus leftovers. I don't remember. It was a yellow to gray gradient, and that was the end of the gray. So that is the actual end of the gray. No more gray. But I had run out of the R2D2 yarn. I'm like, what else do I have that'll work? So I had that. So those are done. And that is 3 pairs of short socks. And the green ones will be a 4th pair. So I'm really excited about that. So those are my stack of socks for this week. And I think that's it for knitting. Oh no, I got yarn in the mail. Yes. So from the mainland, I got some yarn that I had totally forgotten about. This was the hilarious thing. So I went down to check the mail. It was Wednesday. And I pulled out a package and I was like, I didn't order anything. What is this? And I felt it and I was like, this is definitely yarn. And I did not order any yarn that I remember ordering. And I'm generally pretty good about remembering those kinds of things. I totally forgot about this. So I opened it up and I'm like, why am I getting yarn from the UK? Like, it was Royal Mail. I was so confused. Till I opened up the package, which was so beautifully wrapped. I would have left it wrapped, but I was trying to figure out what this was. It was beautifully wrapped with a thank you on it, which I just thought was so sweet. So it's all wrapped up in this, which I've now ripped, so sorry. And then came with a nice note in this package here, and some teas, and this is so I got some sweet rhubarb tea, which I'm very excited about, and this cute little card, and it says, "Congratulations, Lucia. Hope you love your yarns. Best wishes." And I had totally forgotten that I had won a prize on Instagram. I was so excited when I won this prize, but I'd given her my address, and then like the choral festival happened, and my mother-in-law was here, and everything was crazy, and I just totally forgotten that I'd won this prize. So it was like a surprise all over again. It was great. So this is the company, was Yanten Tethera, hand-dyed yarn. So, and her name is Helen, and she's very, very nice. And her yarn is beautiful, and I am really excited about this. So you're like, okay, Lucy, show the yarn already. So here it is. So Yanten Tethera. And she's on Etsy, if you want to find her. And this is the Pedero base. Sorry, I was trying to read that. And it is 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 4-ply, 100 grams, 464 yards. This is the honeydew colorway, which is gorgeous tonal greens. Oh my god, it's like spring. It's a party. And this is spring greens, which is more like flowers. It's got the, oh, look at the speckled section. Let's see if I can get it. Oh yeah, there it is. It's so pretty. So I have no idea what I'm going to make with these, but I just love these speckles. So this is, I think this is more of a kettle dye, and this is speckles. So I think they would look really good together. I have no idea. We're going to find out, but it's really soft and really squishy, and I'm really excited. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't think I want to knit socks. I think they might be a shawl. We will find out. But I was so excited. Got these, I got home. Or when my husband got home, I was like, guess what? I won yarn and it came in the mail and I almost forgot about it. So I'm very excited. So thank you so much, Helen. I was really excited. But it was just nice to get like a second surprise all over again. And, hey, you won yarn! So that was really fun. Okay, I think that is now it for the knitting. I think that might be it at all. I'm looking around to see if there's anything else, and not really. Oh, one thing I can show from my holiday, I guess from my holiday, or the Explore and Fun a little bit, that I have my, sorry, I've been keeping my scale out here. This is my kitchen scale. You can use it without this. I like to do it that way so that the yarn doesn't roll around or like roll off. The cat doesn't come and like knock it out. It happens. So I've actually been keeping this back here and weighing my yarn that I have right here. So this is all my yarn scraps, or most of my yarn scraps, most of my sock weight yarn scraps. I keep in, I know, glorious plastic bags to keep away from the cat. But these are the ones that I think I have enough for socks. Like this I might have enough for shorty socks in and of itself. That's my One Twisted Tree Sun on Your Face. I might need something else for the, like do a toe and something else, and then this would be the rest of it. We'll see. This is how much I have left of the other One Twisted Tree. And I've already knit a full pair of socks out of this. And then the toes, heels, and cuff of my shorty socks. So I think there's probably at least enough for toes, heels, and cuffs of another sock there. And I still have a bunch left of the Phoenix Fiber Company, which I've also knit a full pair of socks out of. Actually, 2 pairs of socks out of now. So I have small feet. I can get 2 pairs of socks out of the thing. It's pretty great. This is another pairing that I had pulled out. This is some Lorna's laces and whatchamacallit. I can't remember this. Gnome Makers, baby gnome on the top here. So I don't know if there's going to be enough. There's definitely enough for toes. I might be pushing it with this one. So I'm waiting kind of till I find something else that goes with it. I thought those would be fun together. I also have a ton of this Leading Man Fiber Arts, which I really wanted to do something out of. Let me see how much I have on the air weighing. Let's find out. I have 30 grams of it, so it's not quite enough. I need, for a full pair of short socks, let's weigh the socks. I think it's like just over 40 grams. Yeah, it's 40 grams. So, it's one of the heavier ones. Now I want to know. That's 41. Okay. So for me, I wear a size 7. It takes just over 40 grams for a pair of short socks. I have 30 of this, so I've been looking for something for toes and maybe heels. So we'll see. I thought of maybe pairing it with this yellow. I don't know how I feel about that. That might be too high contrast. I have to find something a little more subdued. I could probably put the yellow with the yellow, and no one would know that they're 2 different yellows. I don't even know what that yellow is. Is that another KnitCircus? I don't remember. I have a lot of yellow leftovers. I might also mix this with the leftovers of the Minion socks, because I still have those. But anyway, so these are the ones that haven't been paired up yet. But we'll see. But it's fun. It's fun knitting these short socks and just like using up all my scraps. Now it's too hot to actually wear the short socks. I don't really want to wear any shoes right now, but that's okay. Yeah, it's a good thing there's no smell-o-vision because I'm pretty sweaty. It's hot outside today. It's supposed to rain later, so we'll see if that cools anything down. I have the fan on. I forgot to mention that earlier. I'm sorry if that's been making noise, but there was no way I was going to be in here without a fan on. I've been just kind of lying under it for most of the day. I did go out for a walk, kind of meandered around. I stopped in random shops just because they had air conditioning and they had cool things. So it was fun. I could blabber on for a while, but I think I'm done for today. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!